Hey everybody, Ron Burke, Editor-in-Chief for GamingTrend.com. Today we're going to check out HTC Vive's newest HMD, the Vive Pro 2, a 5K VR headset. Let's open up this box that is clearly not the retail box for it and see what's inside. These lighthouses come with the kit, obviously, as do power supplies and mounting kits. You can use your existing lighthouses though. Another change is in the audio. The original Vive Pro had fairly solid ear cups with this open center. They're fairly small, not very comfortable for long periods of play. The Vive Pro 2 goes with a much softer leather with this soft center, far more comfortable for longer periods of play. There's one more wish list item though. I wish these disconnected. I would have killed for some magnetized ear cups. Another change is in the shape of the lenses. The original Vive Pro had rounded lenses. The Vive Pro 2 has a more rectangular lens with rounded edges. The headband on the Vive Pro 2 is the same as the original. It was comfortable, so no need to fix that. That said, this pre-production unit I have does have a problem with the ratchet. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a more widespread problem. One of the biggest lures of the Vive Pro 2 is the 120-degree field of view, a massive upgrade that's hard to quantify without seeing it for yourself. A little bit of testing confirms that it will in fact hit that 120-degree horizontal view. Coming from the original Vive Pro to the Pro 2, there's a reduction from just over 105-degree vertical FOV down to about 80, but hold that thought. The front cushion on the Vive Pro 2 is very thick, thicker than its predecessor. Comfortable to be sure, but doing a bit of a switcheroo on the two pulled my face in closer, bumping it closer to the FOV of the first device. This slight reduction does take some getting used to, but the effect is like going from 4x3 TV to HD and widescreen. There's simply no going back. But what does it take to run it? The requirements are frankly a bit understated. Hitting 120 frames per second or higher is going to require some serious hardware, especially if you intend to do it at 5K resolution. Given the shortage of video cards these days, that may or may not be a challenge for you. That said, it also means unrivaled quality and future-proofing, so bear that in mind. My favorite part of the HTC Vive Pro is that it doesn't collect any information. Yes, it requires the Vive middleware to run, just like the Cosmos, but it doesn't harvest any information of my friends. I like my friends more than that. I do want to point out that the Vive Pro 2 is easily and by a very wide margin the clearest headset I've ever used. The Reverb G2, the Pixmax 8K, the Quest 2, the Index, the Cosmos, the Oculus Rift, none of them even hold a candle to this. My complaint, however, is that the black levels are not as good as they should be. As this device shifts to OLED, we see less saturated black than you would see on a traditional LCD. That said, there's no denying that the colors on the Vive Pro 2 are absolutely amazing. The screen door effect is almost completely eliminated, and not having Fresnel lenses means less streaking and God ray effects. They're still there, but the concentric circles that you'd see on the Vive Pro are almost all eliminated by the Vive Pro 2. The Vive Pro 2 does work with your existing accessories, including the original lighthouses and the WiGig adapter. There are some caveats to this though. Check out our written review at GamingTrend.com for all the details. An incremental step from the Vive Pro, the Vive Pro 2 delivers on its 5K 120Hz promise. The new lens design delivers better quality and field of view with crisp and clean color, though black saturation does underperform. The microphone, on the other hand, is a straight-up travesty, but once you see games like Elite Dangerous on this headset, there's simply no going back. At least, if you've got the hardware to run it. Thanks for joining us for this unboxing and in-depth review of the HTC Vive Pro 2. Look for our full review at GamingTrend.com. If you enjoyed this, hit that like and consider subscribing. It helps the channel grow, and we appreciate it. I'm Ron Burke, Editor-in-Chief, saying stay safe, happy gaming, and we'll see you again very soon.